2.3 Selling You, Resume and Cover Letter Essentials. Learning Objective 1. Learn how to position your education and experience to create a resume and cover letter to get the job you want. Think about how you first learned about the new Palm Pre smartphone, or that Gatorade had changed its name to simply G. How did you know that Pre had even more capabilities than the iPhone, or that Gatorade was moving to the next level? Chances are it was some kind of advertising or public relations that made you aware of these products before you even tried them. Now think about your personal brand. How will employers know about you and what you have to offer? A resume and cover letter serve as your advertising campaign to prospective employers. Just like there are lots of ads about products and services, there are an overwhelming number of resumes and cover letters that employers have to review before inviting someone in for an interview. How do you make yours stand out? How do you increase your chances of being one of the people who are interviewed? How do you use your cover letter and your resume to get the job you want?
There are a few important steps to follow to create the resume and cover letter that will make you different and compelling to a prospective employer. You will use both of these to apply for jobs online and to send to people with whom you are networking, and you will even send them directly to companies for whom you would like to work. You only have an instant, think nanosecond, to make a lasting impression. If you think you only need a resume to get a job, you should think again. Your cover letter can play an even more important role than your resume. Here are some steps to help you create a cover letter that gets read and a resume that gets you the interview. If you already have a resume and cover letter, it's worth reviewing this section because you will learn some important tips to improve them. 5 steps for a resume that stands out. Looking for the right job to start your career is a process that includes preparing your resume and cover letter, getting your cover letter and resume to the right people, going on interviews, and negotiating and accepting the right offer. You are at the beginning of the process. You'll learn about the rest of the process throughout the Selling You sections in this book. This section focuses entirely on creating your resume and cover letter. Keep in mind that the only purpose for a resume and cover letter is to get an interview. So your resume and cover letter need to be crafted in a way that tells what your brand has to offer, or your brand story in a concise and compelling way. Step 1. Define your 3 brand points that make you unique and provide value to a prospective employer. If this sounds familiar, it should be. This was covered in detail in Chapter 1, The Power to Get What You Want in Life, but it is such an essential concept that it deserves repetition here. If you haven't identified your 3 brand points, you should go back and review the section. Your brand points are actually the foundation of your resume and cover letter. It is in their summary that you compose your brand story. You might think of creating a resume that is a chronological summary of your background. This is good, but it is not compelling enough to differentiate yourself amid the sea of resumes. There are 2 important things to remember when creating your resume. Number 1. Tell your brand story with your brand points. Number 2. Your brand points should be clear at a glance, literally. Let's say your 3 brand points are leadership experience, academic excellence, and community service. Those 3 brand points make up your brand story, the story that you want to tell about yourself, so your resume headings should highlight these areas. To see what this means, review the 2 versions of the same resume for Juliana Langley in Figure 2.7, Standard Resume, and Figure 2.8, Standard Resume Incorporating Brand Points. The first one was written using a standard resume approach. The second one was built by incorporating her brand points of marketing and event planning experience, academic excellence, and creative mindset. Can you see the difference? Which resume do you think is more compelling? Before you create or refine your resume, identify your 3 brand points.